What's up, everyone? This is Rayuka here, and today I'm going to talk about the problems that I've encountered in Umbrella Corp. Now, before I get into that, I do want to mention when Umbrella Corp released, I enjoyed it, at least day one anyway, and it was fun to play it and try to figure out how the game played like and get into it. But as days went on, that totally changed, and things started going from sweet to bitter, and then it just got problematic. And Umbrella Corp has its fair share of issues, if quite a few issues at that. Problems, quite a few, a lot of problems at that. But anyways, I'm gonna get into the problems that I've come across. So the first thing I want to talk about is the weapons. The weapons in Umbrella Corp. There's four classes. There's the axe, brainer, hook, whatever you want to call that one. I'm just gonna call it the axe. Then there's the machine gun, shotguns, then handguns. So as you level up, you unlock different machine guns, handguns, shotguns, axes. You unlock quite a few weapons. And you'll think as you level up, the weapons you unlock will be more powerful and more useful as you level on through. But that's not the case in the Umbrella Corp. For instance, the handguns. The three that I'm going to mention anyway that I was looking forward to until I unlocked them was Samurai's Edge, the Lightning Hawk, and the Mag. Now, you'll think when you hear obviously the Samurai's Edge, the Lightning Hawk, and Mag, obviously these were really powerful weapons in the Resident Evil series. And being that Umbrella Corp is in that universe, you think that these weapons will retain this legacy of being powerful and obviously, you see someone running around with a Lightning Hawk and whatnot, you'll think, oh crap, they're gonna lay out some serious damage. But that's not the case in Umbrella Corp. For instance, I use the Lightning Hawk quite a bit, and the weapons do have a level up system. They level from 1 to 20. 20 is when you max it out. And you unlock different skins, attachments, so on. And I realized with the Lightning Hawk, the Samurai's Edge, and the Mag that they don't feel any different from one another. They feel like pretty weak weapons. And they felt all the same. Yeah, they have recoil and they go back, but that's about it. I mean, at times I'm shooting 3 to 4 times with a Mag. It shouldn't feel like, why? Especially to another player. Like, they should have went down with the first 2 shots, especially if it's in the head. But that's not the case here. You're going to be shooting quite a bit if you want to take down the other player. Now, some will argue and say, oh, it's the equipment that the player has. No, it's not, because there's no stats on the equipment. And 2, even if you shoot someone wearing a hazmat that is not armor proof, that bullet goes through. So there's no excusing that. Oh, but wait, what if they have that skull looking mask? Yeah, if they have that skull looking mask and you shoot a Lightning Hawk point blank at them about twice, I believe the first time the bullet strategy went through. Not it shouldn't take 2, especially if it's armor piercing. But this is Umbrella Corp, and I guess that's not the case, and you gotta take quite a few shots to make sure the player's down. So in other words, I feel like the hand cannons don't do much. Now sometimes the hand cannons might do as advertised. You might do 1 or 2 shots and that'll be a done deal. But most of the time you're going to be shooting quite a bit to take down the other player, and it's ridiculous. It shouldn't be like that. It should be 1, 2, that's it. But that's not the case here, and these hand cannons don't feel that powerful. And I say hand cannons, but what I mean is handguns. They don't feel that powerful. So they're just there for looks to me. That's it. They don't do much. Now onto the shotguns. The shotguns is pretty much to me the same situation as the handguns. You unlock these somewhat powerful shotguns. They have high damage, and at close range you could take 1 or 2 shots and you might take down the player. And I say might because not all the time you're going to. It might take 3 shots. And in some cases, you might get that 1 shot in if it's a headshot or a body shot, and it might go down. But not all the time, especially if they're going to axe you and they get into that animation. no, the shot, it doesn't matter. Shotgun bullets for some reason don't do anything, and you're gonna get axed anyway. So to me, the shotguns feel pretty damn weak. That they just same situation as the handguns. Now onto the machine guns. The machine guns to me feel about balanced. They feel somewhat fair, but at times you could be, let's say it could be you and then two other players, and you could take out one player, but you won't have enough ammunition left to, in most cases anyway, to take out the other. So you're stuck reloading. The reloading takes forever sometimes, and the other player usually will have the opportunity to either axe you, or throw a grenade and blow you up, or shoot you down. And that happens quite a bit in a Umbrella Corp, because the reloading takes so long. So the machine guns, they feel somewhat balanced, but they feel a bit off at times. And it's kind of crazy because the machine guns feel more stronger than the shotguns and the handguns. It's what the hell's up with that? Then you have what I call the OP weapon, the overpowered weapon, and that will be the axe itself. And man, when I say you cannot stop somebody using the axe sometimes, you cannot stop the person using that sometimes. I mean, there's been matches I've been into where that's all everyone does. Just run around, light that axe up, and that's pretty much it. Everybody's axing each other through the whole game. And there's quite a few matches like that now where that's all people do. Just axe one another. And it shouldn't be like that. People should feel encouraged to go and use their weapons. But now you have a lot of matches where everyone's just running around lighting their axe up and just axing one another. And yeah, you could counter it if you know how the hell to counter. And sometimes the counter doesn't even guarantee to work. So sometimes you could be like, yeah, I'm going to counter it, and nope, the axe is going through that as well. So it does have weapon balancing issues, and it needs a serious fix there. It really does. In my opinion, it needs a fix there. Some may had different experiences in that area, but to me, I feel like the weapons need a serious fixing. Now on to overall stages. There's about 6 stages in Umbrella Corp, and it feels like there was some maybe taken out possibly. So I'll link the trailer down below to Umbrella Corp where they show a few more maps, and to me those maps look pretty finished, especially the mansion from Resident Evil 1. So I don't get why that wasn't even included in the launch of Umbrella Corp. But it is lacking stages, and it's also lacking modes, and it needs more in that area. It's really just lacking when it comes to content. And then you have the experiment, and my gosh, that mode stressed me out so much because it gets repetitive the higher you go. There's about 24 missions, and it's through 6 stages. And at the end of each stage, you're going through like these 3 trials or whatever. You could be collect the DNA, collect briefcases, protect the area, so on and so forth. Now, I didn't complete the experiment completely yet, but I know there's 6 stages, and I know there's 24 missions because I looked into it, because I'm almost done with it. But it's just ridiculous because all you get is patches. That's it, patches and emblems, and it's like, that's all. Nothing special like a gun skin, nothing more unique, just that. So the rewards for playing through the experiment and going through all that hassle and repetitive gameplay, the patches just aren't enough. They're really not. And when I say repetitive, I mean there's times when the enemies will hit you once or twice, and that's it. That's it, and they take you out. And that gets annoying after a couple tries through one trial. That's why I'm calling it trial. And pretty much the experiment is technically teaching you what to expect in multiplayer. So it does get boring after a while, and it does get irritating. It's just like, oh well, I'm going through the same thing again. Collect the DNA samples, and then go over here and defend the zone, and then collect the briefcase, and then run and see how long I can hold the briefcase. It's really, and then there's a story to it. You're dealing with a character at first called Abraham Jackson, and not the character you're playing. That's the character you're playing is a whole nother character, but he's communicating with an individual called Abraham Jackson. And then midway, you're dealing with someone else, which I forgot the character's name, but you're dealing with somebody else, and this all connects somehow to the Resident Evil universe. Overall, Umbrella Corp has problems that need to be fixed. When it's lacking content, it has some serious, to me, weapon balancing issues. It has problems, and it's very noticeable problems. And though I enjoy Umbrella Corp, it's just not perfect. This is a game that people might play and might straight up hate it and not touch it again. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, you might download it and you might not want to bother to play it again, or you just might look at other people playing and that might tell you a lot. But I enjoy it. I just feel that it needs more and it needs a lot of fixing, and hopefully that happens. But then yet again, I don't know how long Capcom is going to support Umbrella Corp, depending on its sales numbers and so on and so forth. They could easily just leave this dead in the water and act like it never happened. Hopefully that doesn't turn out to be the case though, but who knows. Clearly Umbrella Corp is not the horror Resident Evil. It's not aiming to be that, and it feels like whatever it was trying to do, it's not working for it either. I mean, there's this cover system that no one never really uses. I don't use it either, so it tries things that it's just doesn't work. It is things that doesn't work for Umbrella Corp, and I really wish it had a better story to it. It doesn't have co-op. The experiment doesn't. You can't play with a friend in the experiment. It's just there's so many things that that's missing, and it's pretty ridiculous. It is, and I just don't know what more to say outside of that. But I think I said everything that I've noticed wrong with Umbrella Corp so far, and hopefully these things get fixed over time. But who knows? Anything goes now these days with these companies. Anyways, did you guys play Umbrella Corp or whatever, and how do you feel about it? Do you enjoy it? Do you hate it? Express your thoughts down below in the comment section. Down there somewhere. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing, and if you don't, well, I tried. And drop a thumbs up on this video if you liked it, and if not, well, okay. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and this is Rayuka here saying until next time, everyone, sayonara.